Mario games are among the best ever made, but what happens when you get bored? Today, my YouTuber friend Infinite Bits and I will show you 100 ways to cure your boredom. Keep track of how many of these you've done and let me know your score out of 100 at the end. If you're tired of each game always looking the same, spruce things up by inverting the colors. If you go into the Nintendo Switch settings, you can find this handy little feature to take the game from this to this. If that last one hurts your eyes, let's give them a rest by swapping into grayscale mode. Taking away all color except for white, black, and shades of gray make it really challenging to see everything in a course and makes you look at Mario games in a completely different way. Every Mario game has Easter eggs for players to discover. From letting a chain chomp escape to finding a weird friend, I dare you to find as many as you can. You may have beaten your favorite Mario game, but did you find every single secret in it? Go back and look for every hidden block, secret pipe, and hidden exit you can uncover. Nintendo put in so many hidden details in every game that they make. Have you taken the time to find them? The more you explore and look closely, the more you can discover.
This one might be a bit basic, but have you actually beaten every Mario game you have? With Nintendo Switch Online, you now have access to the most Mario games, and I have a feeling there are a few that you have been putting off. Okay, so you're a pro gamer and you have beaten every Mario game, but have you 100%ed all of them? We're talking about every moon, all heart points, finding Yoshi on the rooftop, and more. If you haven't, then what are you waiting for? Mario can duck to dodge flying things or fit into small places. But what if you had to crouch for the entire game? This adds a whole new layer of challenge because if you stop crouching at any moment, you have to completely reset. Plus the animations are just too hilarious to not try it. You hate holding the crouch button? Maybe a no running run is more your speed. In this one, you are forbidden from pressing the run button at any point. Areas that would normally be easy suddenly become near impossible. Glue Mario's feet to the ground for this next one. He can't jump at all. Try to see how far you get without any jumps, or beat the game with the least number of jumps possible.
Crushing stuff just feels good. Give Mario the Mega Mushroom and see how many things you can obliterate before your time runs out. Let's say you've played New Super Mario Bros. U a million times to the point where you know it by memory. Put that knowledge to the test in Mario Maker 2 by making as many levels as you can and seeing how accurate they really are. Some Mario games allow you to play as multiple characters, but what if each character only had one life? In the Nuzlocke run, if one character dies, you can't use it ever again. Almost every Mario game uses the same controller layout, so why not completely mix things up? To remap your controller, head to the Nintendo Switch settings and come up with a wacky change like pressing down to jump. If that sounds like too much work for you, just figure out how to play the game with one hand only. See if you can get through the game with your non-dominant hand.
Super Mario Sunshine is set on an island with water all around. Why not torture yourself by making it impossible to touch water? That should be fun, right? You can create mind-blowing illusions using fire bars in Mario Maker 2. Just be careful to not hypnotize yourself when doing it. Most Mario games are made with beginner players in mind, so if you really want difficulty, get the gold medal in all new Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe challenges. Some of these are absolutely brutal. Mario games are all about giving you abilities to make the game easier. But what if you can't use them? Try a run without power-ups and see how far you go. Love movies or TV shows? See if you can make a Mario version of it in Mario Maker 2. Once you're finished, let your friend play it and see how close it is to the original.
Everyone knows you need to bounce on Goombas to defeat them, so instead, let's stack up as many as possible and then find the perfect moment to ground pound through the entire stack for delicious satisfaction. Mario embraces his peaceful side. In the Pacifist run, you can't hurt a single enemy. Can you beat the game without harming these beautiful and innocent creatures? Nintendo makes pretty polished games, but they still have glitches. I dare you to learn how to use glitches or even hunt for your own. The newer 3D Mario games give you so many options for movement, so why not learn some crazy trick jumps? With a simple YouTube search, you can learn how to do the craziest jumps in the game. Bowser's been the main villain in Mario games for far too long, so what would some other bosses look like? Come up with some fearsome foes to put Mario to new tests.
Have a need for speed? Well then start a timer and see how fast you can beat your favorite Mario game. If you are getting more serious about speedrunning, you can check out some runs on speedrun.com. Learn all the best strategies from YouTube videos, then push yourself to make it on the leaderboard. If you have a friend, try playing blindfolded and have them guide you through a level. Whenever you die, you switch and now you guide them. But now you'll definitely need to see with the floor is lava challenge. Mario can't touch the ground at all and instead has to find new ways to get through each level. Good luck with this one. You're tired of all the existing power-ups in the Mario universe? Well then why not come up with your own? All you need is your imagination and you can think of a whole new way to play.
I've been known to make a lot of games inside of Mario Maker 2, and man, does it keep me busy. See how well you can make your favorite video games inside of the limitations of Mario Maker 2. Mario's movements can get boring after a while, so add some spice by forcing him only to move while in the air. That's right, he can only move by jumping and can't walk or run. One of the most fun things to do in any game is to find ways to exploit it. Can you find ways to get maximum lives in Mario games with minimal effort? Mario's movement can feel slow at times, so why not find a customization that makes him ridiculously fast? Get across the entire world instantly, and good luck trying to control Mario. If cooperative online isn't your thing, find some ways to troll people instead. Kick a Koopa shell at them, or just toss them in a pit. Embrace your evil side.
If you love frustrating climbing levels, the next fan game is for you. In Getting Over It, Mario Edition, you can only move by swinging your hammer to climb. It's the type of fun that makes you want to break your screen. If you want a challenge, go up against the hardest difficulty of CPUs that the game has to offer. Can you win every minigame or every track against the top computer players? Well, why not find out? Some Mario games have unlockable items that can change the way you play or just upgrade your drip. If you haven't already, go back and unlock everything you can. In the case of Mario Maker 2, these outfit unlocks will definitely keep you busy. If you ever wished Mario was a first-person shooter, then you're in luck. In the fan game, the Super 1-1 Challenge, you explore the 3D world in first-person mode and can use your cannon launcher to bonk Goombas in the face. You've probably found every star or big purple coin in the 2D Mario games, but have you found every single 1-up in the game as well? Even if you don't need the lives, hunting down every single one will give you a sense of accomplishment.
Everyone loves music, but can you make a Mario Maker 2 music level of your favorite song? Bonus if you can add gameplay to the course too. Mario's jumps are just okay, but what if he could launch to the sky each time? Customize his jump and see how quickly you can get to the top of a tall building. We've all been wanting Mario Maker 3D to become real. Well, the closest thing out there is Mario Builder 64. Create your own 3D Mario levels for free with this incredible fan game. When was the last time you actually focused on helping people online? I challenge you to play Mario Online, but forget about the flagpole and help little Johnny make it to the end instead. Some enemies can help you if you jump off of them, but in this challenge, you can't touch a single enemy. See if Mario can find a new and gentle way forward.
GeoGuessr is a popular game where players have one image and try to locate the exact spot in the world that the picture was taken. There are Mario versions of that where you share an image and your friends need to come find you. Liquids can get you into sticky situations. In the No Liquid Challenge, you decide what not to touch, whether it's lava, quicksand, or poison. If you like the idea of these challenges but don't like commitment, well then make a wheel of all of them. Each new area, spin the wheel and complete the zone with that challenge enabled. Most Mario games have a timer, so let's use it for our next idea. Mario can only finish the level when the timer hits 0. Time it perfectly or restart the course. Ever wonder what it would be like if Mario met Cappy in his earlier games? Well, in Super Mario World Odyssey, he can play through his familiar journey with his new companion.
I want Giant Mario, like almost game-breakingly huge. In this customization, you can see what Giant Mario looks like and how he can handle playing through tiny kingdoms. Mario Maker 2 is incredible, but Nintendo stopped updating the game. If you want more power-ups and features to play around with, check out the fan game Super Mario for Jugadores. Most games have a built-in achievement system to give the player extra goals to strive for. Mario games don't usually have these, so why not create your own? The achievements can be as simple or as ridiculous as you want. So maybe you love Mario games so much that you've completed them all 100%. Are you at the top of the leaderboards in your favorite game? Push yourself to climb to the top in online multiplayer games like Mario Maker 2 or Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I love to build my own Mario levels, but I feel like I've run out of options. Luckily with Super Mario Construct, I have so many themes, enemies, and choices for level customization.
Some Mario games have speedruns built into them, like time trials in Mario Kart and ninja speedruns in Mario Maker 2. Practice to get the fastest times. Maybe you aren't the fastest Mario player, but you're the most creative. Why not come up with your own ridiculous speedrun ideas and see how fast you can do them? Become a secret saboteur. Tell your friends that you are going to play through a game normally, but accidentally make their character die or throw a shell at them. Stop pretending with this one, guys. I know you've all done it. Mario games are so colorful and vibrant, so why don't you use that as a basis for a challenge? You can spin a wheel of colors and try to beat each course without touching whatever color you landed on. If sliding isn't your thing, then try using a Koopa shell. See how many enemies you can destroy with a single kick and listen to that glorious one-up sound.
Let's say Mario isn't weird enough for you. You can play a fan game called Jelly Mario right in your internet browser and discover what life in the Mushroom Kingdom would be like as a jelly man. If you want pure joy, find a stack of blocks and spin jump through them. The debris combined with the sound of shredding is so refreshing. Mario's on a diet for this challenge. He can't devour a single tasty coin, or he needs to reset the course. How many levels do you think you can beat coinless? Maybe you tried to be a pacifist in the past and it didn't suit you. So instead, it's time for sweet, sweet destruction. You must destroy every enemy you find to win this challenge. Compete with friends to see who can lose first. Who'll be the first to die? Who can get last place in a race? Settle that debate about truly who is the biggest loser.
Most Mario games force you to the right, so can you beat one without pressing left at all? This challenge can just really mess with your head. I've always loved these cannons in Mario 64. Try to land perfectly where you're aiming, and with some practice, you'll look like an absolute pro. What are some brand new enemies that Mario could encounter in the next game? Try to think of some characters we've never seen Mario battle before and design your own. What do Bowser's minions do when we aren't around? Slap on a Goomba mask and find out. Do they have really creepy secrets, or do they just kinda stand around? Why don't you try passing the controller to your friend anytime Mario jumps? See who can go the longest without jumping. Just imagine the chaos.
Mario can run over one block gaps like it's nothing. But what's even more satisfying is playing as Elephant Mario and running over 2 block gaps without falling in the sludge. Wowie zowie. I'm definitely not an artist, but that won't stop me from leaving art comments on levels. It can be a fun side quest to find the best spot in a level and draw your favorite moment. Mario quits his diet and wants to gorge himself on sweet, sweet gold. Now, Mario needs to eat every single coin in the game to win. Porcupuffers haunt my dreams because they chomp Mario in a single bite. Get revenge by shooting fireballs at them until they pop. The explosion is so satisfying. The capture system is the best thing in Mario Odyssey, so let's find some customizations that bring Mario Odyssey captures into places they shouldn't go. You can have fun terrorizing NPCs or see what other wacky stuff these captures can do.
Can't wait for the next Mario game to release? Well then, make your own game. With Super Worlds in Mario Maker 2, you can pick a theme and make an entire game centered around it. In the One Life Challenge, a single death requires you to start the entire game from the beginning. That sounds brutal to me, but hey, somebody out there will probably like it. Portal is an incredible game that stood the test of time, so why not combine it with Mario? In this fan game, Mario plays through his first adventure, but can also use his Portal abilities to spice things up. Maybe you love making levels, but feel like you have no inspiration. Use a level idea generator that can tell you exactly what to use in your course creation. If you're like me, you like a twist on a game when you replay it. With a randomizer, you can make every level, boss, and song a surprise on your next playthrough.
Have you ever played through a game in co-op mode from start to finish? If you have Mario Maker 2, you can even find some awesome super worlds that are designed to only be played with 2 players. Let's say you don't have any friends though. I still have an idea for you. Play co-op by yourself, but carry Luigi through the whole course. If either character dies, you reset. It's not sad to play co-op by yourself, right? Bosses make or break a Mario game experience for me, but there are so many custom bosses you could face off against. See if you could beat every single one. It's time to break stuff. You can find ways to cheat through zones or just find ways to skip a huge chunk of a level. The cheesy smell is the smell of victory. Feeling overpowered in video games is amazing, so grab a dry bone shell for this next one. Run up to King Koopa and ground pound to one-shot him. Who's the boss now, Bowser?
Waluigi doesn't get enough love, so he got an entire fan game centered around him. Psycho Waluigi is a fan-made game where Waluigi now has psychic powers. To spice up regular gameplay, you can make a bingo card with things you need to find in-game. Then during your playthrough, see how quickly you can get 5 in a row to win bingo. You could even generate a card for you and a friend to see who gets bingo first. If that's too easy, try a variation of the game called Lockout. Players race to see who can claim a square first, and then it is locked out for the other player. Whoever gets more squares completed by the end wins. Weaponize your cute dinosaur friend by swallowing a dry bones. Spit it out to launch triple shells through the whole level and even through walls. Mario games have absolutely banger soundtracks, but when you hear the same song a million times in a row, it can get boring. I challenge you to put on your own soundtrack instead to make it feel really cheesy, intense, or epic.
Bullet blasters are frustrating most of the time as they block your way forward and shoot enemies into Mario's face. Well, hop into a Goomba stiletto and ground pound them for some sweet, sweet payback. You can find customizations that give Mario new abilities like being able to fly or run on poison. See what crazy things you can discover with Mario's newfound powers. We've all enjoyed going down a slide at some point. Well, let's take it up a notch and have Mario smash through as many enemies as he can while sliding down slopes. Checkpoints help Mario respawn close to where he was, but I dare you not to touch a single one. Can you finish a whole game without touching any checkpoints? I can hunt for secrets while being destructive? Sign me up. Find ways to break scroll stopping to discover new parts of a level, or just to break it completely. Secrets.
If you've played through every level in a game, it's time for some new content. Find some customizations that give you brand new courses that put your skills to the test. Many enemies notice Mario as he gets close, but not this time. Mario's going stealth mode. It's time to sneak around undetected or restart the course. Pretty much every game is just Mario trying to save Princess Peach. So why not come up with your own plot or story to make the next Mario game way more interesting? Sometimes it is just as fun watching other people play Mario games as it is to play them yourself. You can send levels to streamers to watch them play or suffer from your creation. One of the best customizations I've seen for Mario Odyssey is online hide and seek. You'll have hours of fun looking for your friends in the weirdest places in the Mario universe.
As a bonus idea to fight boredom, see how I made every level harder in Mario Wonder by clicking on the video on screen now. Please subscribe to Infinite Bits and myself for more awesome Mario content. I'm Arrowstotle, and thanks for watching.